Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Angie's Angles, a very happy recap of Angie's Angles. It is April the 24th in the year of my Lord, 2025. We're dialing it up from Smoke Therapy, 215 Ronkonkoma Avenue, Ronkonkoma, New York. Clark, I am instantly interstitial, followed by Harold, making me duo, interstitial. Ladies and gentlemen, Angie's Angles family, how are you on this crisp April night? Well, I shouldn't say crisp. It's a balmy 70 degrees in Ronkonkoma tonight, but 55 degrees in Green Bay, where the minority sporting team, the football league, is conducting their annual, what do they call that? Draft pick, I guess, today. So what are you going to do? Hey, Nick, let's put you up on the big screen. Hey, what's going on, everybody? We got to talk about the best team in baseball, which is the New York Mets, baby. Bada bing, bada boom, Nick. Thanks for getting us off. Absolutely. So I had the distinct pleasure and honor, and I was blessed to get these tickets. Giovanni Lou, if you're listening, True Met Fan Group on Facebook. He dropped these 2 tickets in my lap. Very nice of him. There were two rows from the Phillies dugout, the Philthies dugout, I should say. 2 rows from the Philthies dugout. I could have plucked the whiskers off of Bryce Harper's beard, if you know what I mean. And the tickets came with unlimited food and beverage. Non-alcoholic for those watching at home, and I know you are. So, oh my God, the food we had. I had hot dogs, hamburgers, chicken fingers, popcorn, soft pretzel, Carvel ice cream in a commemorative New York Met baseball hat. Angie had pepperoni pizza, chicken fingers, 2 sodas, ice cream himself. Oh, what a night. We rolled home. We didn't have to drive home. We rolled home. But it was fantastic. And for the Mets to have won, it was the second game of the sweep. So it was fantastic. Fantastic. Clark, I got to give a little shout out to you Redbirds for helping us beat those freaking Braves a couple of games. So we appreciate that, Clark. You guys kind of spit the bit. I think it was the last game, perhaps. But as we say, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Clark, thank you. So how goes it, everybody, on Angie's Angle? So I had the distinct pleasure of meeting with Mike from the Cigar Lounge last night. Not Mike, the owner, but one of the members. And he seems to be a pretty big aficionado in the podcast universe. We had a fantastic talk. And he kind of regurgitated everything that my buddy Brett told me. But the thing with me, I need a push. I need a physical push sometimes. And while Brett is great and wonderful and supportive and generous and every other adjective you want to throw in there, Mike's in front of me. And we can sit down at the computer. We can play with it. And if I don't understand something, he can show me on the fly. So I'm really looking forward to working with Mike. Mike, you're in the lounge right now. I'm giving you a shout out. Thank you very much for your willingness to help me. So he's going to help me grab screenshots and videos. So, I've done that a couple of times, but it wasn't very comfortable. We're thinking about getting me a Stream Deck. I think it's called the Stream Deck from Amazon, where I can queue up all my videos and hit a shortcut key, and it'll pop it up on my podcast so I can go ahead and dissect it like I am. We're going to have Angie's Angles Coach's Corner So that's going to be dedicated to the youths. The youths. My cousin Vinny, hey, did he just say youths? So I'm going to give it a little segment to help the younger kids get the proper mindset and headset when they're playing the game, so they're not, hit the ball or one hop into the fence and stand there and admiring it. We bust it out of the box. That's what we do. You hit the ball, you run, and you don't stop running until you're out or you're safe. That's the end of the play. Oh, Clark, I'm sorry. I don't know. I thought I was dreaming. You won 2 out of 3, but you lost 2 out of 3. So you know what they say, 1 out of 3 ain't bad, but it kind of sucks. But thanks anyway, Clark. I appreciate you. So we're gonna reformat our show. We're talking about swag. Swag is coming. I'm gonna make this promise right now, right here. By midsummer, we should have some swag, some Angie Angle logo swag. We're looking at t-shirts, mugs, and hats. So get your pocketbooks ready. They're going to be readily available. We're going to have some trivia, perhaps, where I'll give them out for free. It's not going to cost a lot of money, I assure you. That's not what I'm looking to do. But why not? Let's have an Angie's Angles mug across America. Why not? So we're going to pull up. Let me go in here into my media assets, and we're going to talk about the sweep that was or wasn't 2025, baby. So Monday, April 22nd. Oh, my typing was a little off. It looks like April 21st. That was the Lindor 2-home run game, and Winker going boom. Megill 5.1 innings pitched, 10 Ks. And I got to give a shout out to one Kevin Elliott. He predicted Tylor Megill being very valuable to this pitching staff. Tuesday, that's the game Angelo Jr. and I were at with the free food and the fantastic tickets. We had Lindor, Alonso, and Azakar have hits. Lindor had 3 hits, and Alonso and Azakar had 2 hits. Canning, he muscled through 5 innings, 5 Ks, 1 walk. We win yet again. And if you were watching the game, a couple of my buddies, my son Mike down in Florida, screenshotted I was on the TV tube. So Angie's Angles is going international. So Wednesday, April 23rd, which was a day game yesterday, Lindor once again 2 hits, for God's sakes. The guy's on fire. Alonso with the game-tying RBI. Now Alonso's at bat. Let's talk about it. He reached out over the plate, one-handed, kind of poking at the ball, and one-hop the fence in right center field, for God's sakes. It was unfreaking believable. And then, of course, we had a Marte, Parte, if you know what I mean, with that walk-off RBI. So the Mets are rolling. The Mets definitely are rolling. Lonnie, woohoo! What's going on, Lonnie? Thanks for dialing it in. And I know what you mean. So, Nick, let's put that up on the big screen. And Soto's not even joining the party yet. Imagine when he starts getting hot. Now, I'm not a Debbie Downer. But we all know that this guy, Angelo M. Gagliano Sr., is vetted. It's on the web. You could Google it. I said no to Soto. I said no Soto for this guy. Steve Cohen had different thoughts. Dave Stearns, different thoughts. And they brought in Soto for $750 million. And they made a prediction. I said, if healthy, if he stays healthy, because that's his bug, he can't stay healthy, Kyle Tucker will produce much better numbers than Juan Soto. And so far, what are we in? We're 18-7, 25 games into the season, and I'm looking like the second coming of Nostradamus. Now, I'm not going to say Soto's not going to show up. But we are not. We are 3 years removed from 2022 season. All right, 4 seasons, 3 years. From 2022, we batted .252, 24 home runs, and 62 RBIs. So the guy's got it in him. The guy's got a stinker season in him. And I'm not wishing that on my beloved Metsies. No, I'm not. And I will say this also, another prediction that I made. I called the Chicago Cubs being a force to be reckoned with. And 25 games in, I am Nostradamus squared. If you know what I mean. Harold, you're doing it great. You're doing a great job with the Cubbies. They're winning. They're beating the Padres. Ohtani's batting a measly 265. Officer Lennon, you're only 20 minutes late to the party, my friend. Thanks for joining us, Jerry. I always appreciate it. So we're gonna have a little formatting change. We're gonna try to show controversial videos. I have to learn the rights of usage, how many seconds I can show a certain video, where I could grab it from, how I could download it, how I could cut it. And another thing coming to Angie's Angles. Be ready. Be ready. I'm going to inundate it. We're going to go a lot of shorts. I'm going to put a lot of shorts up on YouTube. Make sure you look, you watch, you listen. They'll typically be 30-second shorts. I'm going to recap the game from the night before on my drive into work. We're going to really blow up the show, guys and ladies that watch Angie's Angles. And I appreciate each and every one of you. So we're down in the homeland. We're down in Washington, D.C. against the Nationals for the wraparound series. There is no reason we can't win 3 out of 4, if not 4, guys and gals. There is zero reason for this. We could definitely continue this hot streak. We're on a seven-game hot streak. The Mets are setting records left and right with home play. 11-1 on at home. It's fantastic. And we're gonna have to see where it takes us. Say what you will about one Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso either was spoken to by somebody that he respects, or he said, okay, 2-year deal, okay. I'm going to show you what you're going to lose. Hey, Frank, Eric, thanks for joining us. I appreciate you guys. So Pete Alonso is a reborn player, a baseball player. He's just reborn. And speaking about reborn and baseball players, Kevin Elliott has told me ad nauseum that he'll take 9 baseball players on his team over 9 superstars. And let me explain what a baseball player is. Carlos Mendoza. Who? Yeah, that guy, Carlos Mendoza. In an interview this week, talking about Tyrone Taylor making that double play, catching the fly ball in center field and throwing it on a bullet to Pete Alonso, who also made a great catch and fall over to keep hold of that ball to get Schwarber cheating off of first base. Carlos Mendoza goes, that kid Tyrone Taylor, he's just a baseball player. He's a baseball player. Baseball players have high IQs. They know the game of baseball like the back of their hand. It comes natural to them. 100% natural. And that's what Tyrone Taylor is. That's what Louis Torrens is. All right? They're baseball players. Now, we might have gotten lucky. Hey, Bruce, I didn't see you sneak on. I appreciate you, Bruce. Thanks for signing on, buddy. Lonzo's not going to get bad numbers, sadly enough. But I would sign right now, Pete Alonso, 5-250. They're going to leave it, Petey. 5-250. Not too shabby. And Frank, thank you. I'm going to put this up. Pete doesn't have the pressure this year. Thank you, Frank. And I spoke about that ad nauseum all last season, all this season, saying the pressure is going to be taken off of Pete Alonso because the pressure has been redirected to Juan Soto, who seems to be getting the pressure bug himself. Now, if these guys just went to a psychiatrist and purge themselves of that pressure. Oh my God, the damage we could do in that lineup. And don't forget, we got McNeil, who I'm not that big of a fan of, but it gives us flexibility. And we got Francisco Alvarez coming off the DL any day. So we got Siri went on the 10-week DL, I think it is. 10 weeks he's going to be out with that fractured tibia. Azarkar got called up, but he'll probably be the one that gets sent down along with Senger, not to be confused with Senga. We got a Senga and a Senger. It sounds like I'm learning Italian. A-O-E-O. Oh my God, Senga and Senger. So the backup of the backup catcher is going to be sent down along with Azarkar. Oh, man. It's been a hot and lively Angie's Angles, and we still got 15 minutes left. Surprised I got a voice. I must admit I'm going through some withdrawals right now today, being that we don't have baseball after 13 consecutive days of unbelievable play. And that series in Minnesota was a little unfortunate. We could have swept them, and we could have definitely taken 2 out of 3. But we got a little hiccup. The Twins played hot at the right time and beat us. I see, listen, the Nationals are building a nice little team with Woods and Cruz on that team. This kid Woods is fantastic. If he becomes available, I wouldn't mind making a play on that kid because that kid's going to be a superstar. What's going on with Alcantara? I call him Alcantara because that's how you spell his name, but they call him Alcantara. So he's got a 6.5 ERA, if not more. He's very hittable. Is he re-hurt? Is he babying his movements? I'm not sure. But he's certainly not the guy that we all thought he was going to be. And maybe it's a good thing we didn't go get him at the moment. Now, don't forget, we got Blackburn. We got Mania all coming back at some point, which is going to make strange bedfellows in the Mets pitching rotation. What do you do with these guys that are pitching lights out? I mean, they've been fantastic, every last single one of them. Peterson, Megill, Canning, Senga, all quality guys. They're pitching phenomenal. So it's a good problem to have. I'm not saying it's a bad problem. And if we go with the 6-man rotation, then that's even better because it'll give Mania an extra day. You want to give Senga an extra day. So a 6-man rotation might not be so awful. One of the things I want to say, and I guess it's going to be a coach's corner moment. And this is for you young pitchers out there that are coming through the ranks. If your star player gets plunked, I don't care if he gets hit in the foot, the elbow, the head, the back. I don't care where he gets hit. If your star player gets plunked, it is your job and your duty to put the next pitch against their superstar right between his letters. I don't care if the bases are loaded. I don't care if you got no outs. I don't care if you got 2 outs and you're pitching a perfect game. You got to drill their guy. That is baseball the way it needs to be brought back and played. None of this pansy crap. If you hit my guy, I'm going to throw the ball on the outside so I don't hit your guy, and therefore the umpire can't eject me. If you want to play tiddlywinks, go to nursery school. We got to bring baseball back like it ought to be. And if there's ever an opportunity, an opening to be commissioner of baseball, my hat's in the ring. Bring me back. I will fix baseball in a nanosecond. There was a play last night. I can't remember what game it was, for God's sakes. It was a play at third where the third baseman put his entire leg across the bag, and the other team was arguing he didn't have a path to the bag. Well, because of the new rule, you're not allowed to block the bag as a fielder. I'm calling bull crap. Put your whole body in front of the bag. You know what's going to stop that? Sliding with your feet first. Young players, if I see any of my guys sliding head first on a steal into second base, I'm going to lose respect for you. Because I don't care if you're wearing the oven mitt. Your other hand's not wearing the oven mitt. And it's not wintertime. If you slide feet first with your metal spikes, that second base / shortstop is not going to lay his leg down in front of those cleats. I assure you. I went ankle high, spikes deep into whoever was covering the base. Clean slide. In right for their ankles. Showboating around the bases. Head first. You know what's lost in baseball? At second base, especially, and at home plate, especially. Third base is a little different. Second base and home plate, the hook slide is non-existent in today's game. Non-existent. The hook slide for you young kids watching is where you throw your entire body. Now we're talking about home plate. You throw your entire body towards the backstop and leaving your left foot just in reach of home plate. And you drag your toes over the point of home plate because the only portion of your body that catcher could tag at that moment is the front of your foot. And catches, if they're blind and they're not looking at your slide, they're going to come out to the main part of the plate and expect to have your body there. But your body's going to be all the way by the backstop. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We got to bring baseball back to teach our kids the right way to play the game. I hate the pitch calm. I want to see the fingers. I want to see this. Change it up. Develop a new sign language. Whatever you want to do. Oh, I can't hear it. I can't hear it. For God's sakes. Technology sometimes is a bad thing. I think this has been a fantastic Angie's Angles tonight, if I do say so myself. Tonight's prayer circle is as follows. Harold, your brother-in-law Frank with the triple bypass, you're going to have to keep us updated, Harold. And, of course, Dawn Squared, your wife and co-worker. Scott Tobias, we're praying for your wife and your mom, my friend. We got to hook up. Linda, Grandma Stein, we're praying for your dad and self, young lady. Mark Brooks, we're praying for your house. We're going to need to know when the housewarming party is, Mark. We're praying for yourself so that you remain vertical and your dizzy spells have ceased. Kevin Elliott, things are starting to look up good, but you're still battling health challenges. The Krause family, Aubrey, as you're fighting cancer, keeping it in remission. And Darcy, I hope your foot's well by now. We got a wing date, Darcy, at BLD's. Devin Lee down in Maryland, we're praying for you guys. Clark, pray for your brother-in-law Brad and your sister Trish, my friend. Marianne Bello out in Las Vegas, we're praying for your mom. Larry Levy, your wife Frida, as her cancer also is in remission, and that's where we need it to stay. Mr. McGowan, sir, we got your 6, my friend. Big John, the Smoke Therapy Lounge, we're praying for cousin Richie. Phil's Nona, your brother Angelo's friend Dave. Tom, we're praying for your friends Paul and Janet. Johnny Barbecue, we keep your daughter Caitlin in our prayers for speedy recovery on her hand surgery. John Vitale, we're praying for your father-in-law John Kane and your brother Frank, who suffered a heart attack. Joanne, one of our cigar distributors here at Smoke Therapy. We're praying for Angel with the eye stroke. And then Mike C., my buddy that's helping with the podcast, we're sending out prayers to your dad, my friend. We're at the 8:55 mark. You guys are watching, I don't know, something called the football draft. I don't know. I'm going to sit in the auxiliary lounge and watch repeats of paint dry. That'll be more entertaining. This been Angie's Angles, come to you live from Smoke Therapy, 215 Ronkonkoma Avenue. If you're ever in the neighborhood, stop by. Meanwhile, good night. God bless. I love you.